Hello, I'm Ryan Jenkins, and in this video, we're going to explore the #1 way to attract, engage, and retain Generation Z talent. But first, let's look at learning and development and how each generation approaches L&D, because it is very different. So here are the 4 major generations in the workforce today. And their summary of learning and development: for boomers, it's one-to-one, Gen X, one-to-many, millennials, many-to-one, and for Gen Z, it's individualized and communal. Their view of L&D: boomers on the job and classroom, Generation X, e-learning, millennials, micro and on-demand, and for Gen Z, it's mobile, just-in-time, virtual reality, augmented reality. And lastly, their attitude towards L&D: for boomers, they want to refine niche expertise, Generation X, formal and top-down approach, and millennials, it's a way to get ahead. And for Gen Z, it's just constant and continuous. Gen Z is going to have the longest career of any generation in human history. So they know they're going to have to constantly upskill and level up their knowledge and their skill sets to stay relevant for their very long careers. So let's look at how L&D impacts the entire employee life cycle. The #1 factor the emerging generations consider when starting a new job is sufficient training. 80% of the emerging generation said an emphasis on personal growth is the most important quality of a company's culture. And lastly, 71% of the emerging generations who are likely to leave an organization within 2 years are dissatisfied with how their leadership skills are being developed. So it's very clear here that L&D impacts every stage of the employee life cycle. It's the reason they're going to join an organization. It's the reason that they're going to stay engaged on the job. And #3, it's likely, if they're not getting it, learning and development, they're likely to leave the organization. So if you can get learning and development right, boy, that's going to really help you to engage, retain, and attract next generation talent. So the action item I'd like you to consider is this: encourage and support continuous learning. And oftentimes I think we don't always know the best ways to promote learning. And so I want to give you a couple ideas. #1, run a meeting. Have someone else run a meeting. There's a lot of learning that's encapsulated in just simply running a meeting. Attend an industry event, train a coworker, watch an informative video, lead a presentation. There's so many opportunities that if we delegate appropriately, if we think a little bit outside the box, that we can find opportunities that our teams can learn. And so again, if your goal is to attract, engage, and retain Generation Z talent, you've got to be encouraging and supporting and delivering continuous learning and development opportunities. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for your time and attention. If you'd like to learn more about my events, whether that be virtual or in person, simply email me, ryan@ryan-jenkins.com. And if you're interested in getting content like this packed in a digital course format, simply visit synklx.com. At SyncLX, we're all about delivering transformative learning experiences to engage, retain, attract top talent. So go there to learn more. And until then, we'll see you next time.